Blessed be witches, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be making my air elemental floor mist, or really it's more of an anything mist. It's just a wonderful mist that I have a tendency to use around my house when I want to bring that air element in, witches. If you are a student and you have a lot of studying you need to do, honey, if you're caught up in your mind too much, right? Or you're too grounded and you just, you can't seem to be creative and you can't seem to express yourself and whatnot. This is a wonderful way for you to be able to bring that air element in. When I'm doing work for my future and I'm focusing on that, I love to use this. I use it in my son's room all the time, actually, to be honest with you, because he's at an age, he's growing, he's learning, everything is fresh and new, and I really want him to be able to have that kind of deep connection with the air element. I will use this a lot when I have my students and whatnot, just to make sure that they will retain that information. I also like to use it just in my own section of the house to be able to, really connect. A lot of people don't understand the power of connecting to the elements. They really don't get it. I mean, if you think about on this channel, I have done the salts, I have done the incenses, I have done the mirrors. The stronger you're connected to the elements, the elemental cells, the more fruitious you'll find and the easier to manifest you will find it will be for you in the long run. You have to clean your house anyways, boo. Right? This just makes it so much easier. You just spritz some of this bad boy around. It's like Febreze, honey. I just use that everywhere, right? And you can feel the difference. Once you are able to start feeling the difference, or it becomes second nature to you, that actually helps assist you with the connection, right? You're aware of it now. You can feel the difference. And in the subconscious mind, it actually makes it more real to you, right? Which in the long run is only going to assist you in your magic. So what are you going to need here? Well, I've got my Pyrex measuring cup. Now I have this metallic spray bottles here that I can use for misting. Some Eyebright, Mistletoe, Lemongrass, a funnel, as well as a strain or a sieve, orange blossom water, Kewra water. Now that's spelled K-E-W-R-A. I'm going to have all the ingredients down here and links for you to be able to find those. Mint oil, lemongrass oil, star anise oil, and lavender oil. Now this whole process is going to be a little different than what you witches are used to, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take Loki's hair out of this. Honestly, if somebody wanted to curse him, it wouldn't be too hard, honey, because his hair is everywhere. Now, orange blossom water is wonderful, fragrant water. I believe it is actually the orange blossom hydrosol that you would get if you're making your own essential oils or whatnot. So the water that's left from that, that's what this is. It is great for future, it's great for understanding, it's great for passion, it's great for creativity. Now a lot of people think that orange is associated with other things and whatnot, but I've always found that in this recipe, orange water is the bee's knees, witches. So we are only going to be making 1 cup of this spritz. So I put in 3/4 cup of it in here. So now we are going to use this Kewra water. Now this is going to be a hard one for you to find, y'all, and I've used this for a while. It's so wonderful smelling. It is this plant that you get from, I believe, India. I've never been able to find the plant. I've tried to and I cannot find it, but I've been able to get this water. I have used this water for anything to come from protection, to love, to communication. I've used it for understanding the self. I've used it for purification of the self. I've just came about it and I started to use it and see what it does, and I have to say this is a wonderful thing. And I've also used it for healing. I've used it for just so many different things. This is like a versatile type of water. So we are just going to be filling this up to 1 cup. Oh, it smells so good too. You know what? I can't even put it into words. I can say it smells like baby powder and sweetness, but it doesn't. But it does. you'll have to get it and try it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now this is different than what I normally do because I normally mix everything together. We are not going to have in the raw herb in here. You know, I don't want it to be that kind of rough, jagged like the rest of the ones that I do, you know, raw. I don't want that. I want it to be a clean, refreshing type of vibration within this mixture. So the first thing we're going to be using is we are going to be using our Eyebright. So this, we don't stand on ceremony, witches, okay? You just grab as much that you want in here because we're going to be pouring it out anyways, right? We're going to be removing it, so. What do we use Eyebright for? We use it for psychic intuition. We use it for mental health, mental clarity. We use it for understanding, seeing different perspectives. We use it for protection. It is so important to see things from a different perspective and to clear your mind, okay? And this is the reason why we want to use our Eyebright. So I am going to pray over this and add this to my master bottle. Now I also want you to understand, which is that this is a good one if you have any mental health issues. You know when that comes into your mind and you just can't get it out and it's messing with your mojo? It's causing you a hard time to be able to clear your mind and focus. This is another good way of doing that. I will make this for clients who are just struggling. So, you know, this whole spray, and Eyebright in itself is great for this as well, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pour that in there now. And I'm going to get in there with my fingers and stir it up. When I first did it, the color was a light orangish color. What we're going to do is we are going to wait until this starts to absorb the color into the actual mist. That's how you know that the botanicals are seeping into this, okay? So when the color changes, you're good to go. The next thing we're going to be using is some of my lemongrass. It's the Lesser Van oil. It is good for luck. It is good for lust. It is good for protection. It repels negativity. I want to be able to change, you know, bad luck to good luck. I want the home to be fortified. I want it to repel all negative energies and vibrations from your home, okay? When you have those dreams that you really want, but you have that negative connotation to them, you have that negative emotion held to it. Oh, you know, I want to be famous. I want to be rich, right? And I'm not there yet, and it's so upsetting, and I can't, that stuff that you associate and hold to your goals and your dreams, this helps you break that down. All you want associated with your goals and your dreams are peace and happiness, okay? You want excitement. You don't want negative vibrations associated to your goals and dreams because negativity only begets negativity. Want only begets want. This mixture and even lemongrass helps you break that crap down so that only the positive feelings can be associated with where you want to go, boo. And that's the reason why we add this into our mixture. So I'm going to pray over this and I'm going to add it in. Now I can see the color is changing already, and that's what we want. So mistletoe is wonderful when it comes to protection. It is great when it comes to fertility. It is great when it comes to creativity. It is great for exorcism. It is great for strength. It is great for longevity. It's another good one for peace. This is great when it comes to you being able to feel like you can accomplish something. Think of yourself as a beacon, okay? A vibrational beacon. And you're sending out these vibes. Well, the divine, again, they don't see positive and negative. They don't see good and bad. They don't see any of these things. All they see is a vibration that you've chosen to release to the universe, and they're going to bring more of that back in, okay? We bring this mistletoe in to allow you to be able to start changing that vibration, boo, okay? You're going to start changing that, allowing you to be able to vibrate on a frequency, right, that's going to allow you to achieve your goals and dreams in a happier way. So I'm going to be making a prayer over this, and then I'm going to add it to the bottle. You can see that it is now turning into a dark brown, okay? So this is perfectly fine to use at this point in time if you would want to. However, you can leave it for 15 or 20 minutes, an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for 15 minutes, and then we are going to come back and complete it. See you in a moment. This one here can go rancid, all right? I go through this really quickly, so I never really worry about this. But if you don't use it as much as, let's say, I would use it, then what I would recommend doing is putting a little bit of rubbing alcohol in it. I mean, just 1 ounce is fine for, 1 cup is good. Or even spirit, like any kind of spirits. So let's say if it was vodka, brandy, whiskey. Then I'll have this done in a week. However, if I have put some rubbing alcohol or something in it, what I find will happen is it will last me for like a month, 2 months. All right, so let's just put our funnel in here, and we are just going to pour this in. And I'm going to pour this out into this bowl so you can see how the color has changed. It is a dark brown now, and that's what you want, okay? Then you know that the vibrations and essence has actually infused itself into this mixture, okay? So I'm going to try now and pour this in here. Do it quickly. I made a mess, but whatever. What we're going to do now is we are going to add in the final parts, and that is our essential oils. Now, lemongrass, we've already talked about that, so I don't think I need to give you another rundown. We are going to be adding in 5 drops of the lemongrass essential oil. Now, star anise. Star anise is great for purification, it is great for protection, it is great for youth. It is kind of like cinnamon in its way that it protects, and it will attack any negative energy that's around you. It does bring in that sense of safety and that sense of protection that really allows you to feel comfortable enough to be able to go into those worlds of, creativity and exploration and all that wonderful, wonderful stuff. And we are going to be putting in 5 drops of this. Mint. Now this is good for protection. This is good for love. If you ever had mint in your garden, you know mint overtakes everything, okay? It's great for money. It's great for finances. It's great for success. Mint is also very refreshing and very clean, all right? And it does bring in a sense of action. And where mint has that exorcism, it gives you a clean slate. I may have endured all this kind of stuff. I had this propensity before to associate negative feelings with my goals and my dream, but this crap ain't gonna happen no more. We are moving forward, and my future is going to be a blessed, bright one. So that's another reason why I add in my mint. If you can't find mint, spearmint is fine too, bitches. Okay, so we're putting in 5 drops of mint. Lavender is wonderful when it comes to bringing in luck. Lavender is great for peace. Lavender is great for sleep. Lavender is great for creativity. Lavender is great for balancing. Lavender is really good for helping you pick out old patterns that you didn't even know that you had. Nobody knows me better than I know myself. And nobody mastered me more than I've mastered myself. And I am going to take this by storm, and I'm going to make my reality exactly what I want. So we are going to be putting in 5 drops of the lavender. Okay, so now we're just going to mix this up a little bit. Oh, yes. We want to bring it all in, okay? We want our future to be bright. We want it to be pulsating, vibrating with magic and potentiality. Yes, that's what we want. So we are going to pray over this. Now I want you to know that I actually use this when I'm traveling too. I will spritz this on my suitcase and whatnot, right? Because it's good for safe travel as well. I've been known to use a little bit of this bad boy in my shoes when I was going out dancing. I ain't gonna lie to you. We put the top on this and we stir it up. And that is exactly what I'm talking about, witches. Now, if you put alcohol in it or you have alcohol in it, you might want to be a little careful when it comes to that because it can stain your items. And I've even brought this into the sacred circle with me before, just to, especially when I'm doing work when it comes to, creating the reality I want in my future. I have used this to be able to mist the floor, to be able to create that vibration, and you can feel it, the potentiality, the creativity. Unreal. All right, witches, so that is our episode for today. If you have not pressed subscribe, you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. Now, I've said it before and I will say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. I will see you on another episode of Witch